Right guys, in this episode we're going to crack on with seeing what damage we've got in here and see if we can get it fixed in the same episode. Not worried about the little rust holes and stuff in it yet, because we'll sort them out later. Just want to get all of this lot solid, the rest of it, and yeah, basically go from there. So let's get on board with some bits and bobs and assess how bad it actually is, shall we? T4, and people wonder why they rot on the inside of the wings. Oh well, nothing much. After the seam sealers get off, stuff and a bit of clean up there. But let's carry on. Right, so now we've got the headlight out of the way. It determines that the headlight is only just got the little bit that's been pushed through the mounting bit, which I'm not too bothered. I've got other red lights anyway, so I'll probably just use a different one instead of fix it some other time. But determined by taking that headlight out and that one, and walking over there and back and stuff, the rest of it, this front panel is definitely bent at the top as well as the bottom. So now it's a case of strip the top down and get the whole of the front panel out of the way, ready for a new one. So yeah, we're getting there. Bolting things, making things, clips and stuff are out of the way. Got the radiator held up. Yes, I got a bit broken off the top of the radiator, but I don't think it's going to really matter too much. But if it does, I'll inspect it in a minute and we'll change it with the other one. But let's see if we can get this front panel off, because it's bent like a... Oh, got something somewhere. What's that held on it? Oh, yeah. Not open it. Yeah, you idiot. Hooked a wire, haven't I? On there, pretty bent and mangled. Jesus, even worse than that. Front panel. So, scrap part. Alright then, so now with that off, we can actually inspect the chassis leg properly. Apart from a little bit on the front edge to sort out and flatten up and make the right shape, that chassis leg's 100% perfect. So it's got a little bit to finish off in the front of there and tidy up a bit. And bit to tidy on the edge of, no, that's the right shit. No, a little bit tidy on the edge of the framing there, and straighten a tiny bit in there, and yeah, I think we're good. Right guys, so another day of stuff. Yesterday after I took this thing apart, I got all the other bits off of the white one over there, has been sealed down there, all the bits I pilfered and the rest of it. Every single part there is what I need to go back on there. There's nothing else I need other than, one moment, let's put my coffee down. I took the water flange off yesterday while I'm in here and I can get to it easy to see what was wrong with it and stuff. And unfortunately, as we took it off, gave it a clean up and stuff, and I saw on the inside, to start off with, as you can see just the end of my finger there, there's a crack there. And I was like, okay. So then as you investigate a bit more, you find, you can just about see it there, the crack comes through on the outside. So, new one of them I need to go and get. So I'll pop in VW later and get a new one of them. That's the only bit I haven't actually got. But as I was saying, the rest of the stuff down there, I've got. Front panel, bumper, all the bits and bobs. I didn't take the radiator off in the video yesterday. I decided I would rather do the top of the radiator as well, because it's basically what it is missing, not broken, is that little bit there. The radiator itself is perfectly fine, but as I've got one and it's just sat there, I thought I'd rather do it and get it right. If I keep it, it'd be peace of mind for me. If I say it to somebody else, I know it's 100% correct. What I want to do is, before I fit, easy way of putting it, and I'm struggling to even catch my words this morning, I want to build it back better than how it would have been from the factory, or how VW intended it, like you do. I always like to improve on something. The front panel, once it goes on, won't be coming back off again. The rest of the parts will come back off again, so those parts will get pasted later, whereas the front panel, I want to get it looking absolutely perfect. So first things first, I'm going to take that into the booth, clean it all up, scotch it down, treat the bits of rust, and blow it in with some black paint. So that's my first mission for this morning.
Alright, so first things first, give it all a good old blow off of the air lining, dust it all off, remove all the little plastic trim clips and everything else that's left behind, and first initial bit to give things a good wipe down. I found I had a fair bit of oil in this bit, so I ended up using a bit of brake cleaner to get rid of all the oil residue and stuff, and once again then we start rubbing down. On my little DA little pad I got, it's got 120 grit, which I'm just going over with that. Once I do it with that, I will upgrade through the rest of it, like the rest of the stages, and work my way up to 300 on this bit, and it just gives it a better finish in the end. But I'm just removing all the loose paint, bits of contaminants and stuff that's in the paint, and trying to get it back to being smooth and lovely and the rest of it. And well, once again, now we just wipe it over with some panel wipe to remove all the degrease and stuff, and it just goes from there. Really, it's just the cleaner you get the panel, the better. And that's all I can say. The more and more you clean it, the better you get. Once I've done that, I've gone over it now with some Scotch pads to get into all the little edges and the rest of it, just to make it so it's perfect. And once again, more clean again. And I can't say it enough. The more cleaning you do, the better. Followed by a good old etch primer. Etch primer goes on all bare metals and stuff, just to chemically bond to the metal and makes the paint stick. So I think we're actually
there it is. Now it's starting to flash off and stuff. But what we did, we went through all the stages and the rest of it, which I probably would have put in the time lapse and talked over it and stuff. But it's just a case of rubbing down all the bits, rust treating it, going over it a few times with degreaser and stuff to get rid of all the contaminants and stuff, and then yeah, putting a bit of etch on all the bare metal and stuff. But how many of you lot have seen panels, the front panels, that are non-rusty, no holes in, apart from a bit of surface rust? Yeah, as we all know, very, very rare. That's why I hold on to so many pieces of bits and bobs that I have, because I get the pieces which are good and I keep hold of them. So let's let this lot go off the rest of it, and anyway, put it in the comments section if you mess around with T4s, you've seen T4s and you've seen a cleaner front panel on this one, apart from a new one of course. Let me know. I'll be interested to find out how many people have actually seen them just as clean as what this one is. But anyway, right, I'm going to let this flash off now, and then we'll shoot some black. Right, so now that's all flashed off, in the gun we've got some 2K direct gloss jet black, just a generic jet black, which should be perfect to go on here. A couple of coats over it, and we should be all good. No black in either over it because it's direct gloss and stuff. So yeah, let's get shooting some paint, shall we? coat one done, we let that flash off, and then we're just one more coat on there. Won't bother filming that one, but we're just, I'll show you what it's like when it's done.
There we go, guys. All gone off, second coats on there and stuff. As you can see by the finish and shine on that, I think you agree. It's come out pretty nice. I know the original ones are satin coloured and stuff, but I just like the gloss on it and stuff, and I think it looks a lot nicer and cleaner. As you can see the reflection.
So now we've got the paint work done and everything there. I spent, well, a little bit of time because this morning, because the part turned up for, apparently it's just thermostat, which it isn't. The little pipe that was broke down the bottom there, right there, as you can see, new one in there now. Spent a bit of time cleaning it all up and stuff and getting it all back in. It actually turned out it was actually brittle and falling apart, and I had like 4 or 5 different cracks in it. So we got that replaced. If anybody needs a part number, there it is. So yeah, as I said, apparently it's a thermostat, but it really isn't a thermostat, so I can bugger off and go in the bin. But yeah, we won't find out whether it's sealed up or not until I get the front end back together. So I suppose that's going to be my next thing to do. But we've also got to try and work out if it's heater matrix gone, or there is possibility that it could be like a head gasket issue or something like that. But we'll soon find out, I suppose, as we put it back together. Then we can put some water in it and run up to temperature, because yes, I am going to put water in it. I'm not going to waste antifreeze to start off with. We'll put it in, see if it runs up to temperature, the rest of it, and then we're, if it does turn out that it needs to be a heater matrix, I'll put a heater matrix in, and then we'll put antifreeze in it. But until then, I've got all them parts down there to get on there as the first fix. Oh, sorry, first fix. What am I talking about? I'm not cars, not doing plain houses and stuff. As first trial fit and stuff. I've still got the front edge of that little bit to dress up. So it's just bent out very slightly. So we'll tap that in with a hammer and dolly. I've dollied that a little bit. I'm just going to finish that bit off. So first things first, you'll see that on time lapse with that bit done. And then we're set about trying to get the front together.
So, as you can see, a bit of hammer and dolly in time. Just dressing up that bottom edge and the edge of that wing and stuff, just to get it so it's absolutely bang on perfect. Other than that, there was nothing else that really needed sorted on that bit. It was just such a nice, easy fix. Disappeared off into the booth, got the freshly painted front panel and stuff, and set about trying to get it. And yes, unfortunately, yeah, it hit the floor. I dropped it, absolutely like an idiot. First time I've ever done that. But these things happen, I'm human. So after that, radiator going in. The radiator later on, we'll get the plastics and stuff all cleaned up and stuff on it. I'm just trying to get it in at the moment and make it all back to as it should be and stuff. Once that was in and stuff, I just disappeared off and got some more tools and messed around and stuff. And I had to play around with the stupid power steering cooler lines and stuff, which I absolutely hate. They're a pain in the ass. You get covered in mess. There's nothing you can do about stopping the fluid coming out. Just got to make the most of it and just get on with it and stuff. And it's just one of them. It's just, yeah, I don't like it, but life is life and stuff. Once you got all that lot back together, it's just a case of putting a new top front panel back on, which holds the top of the rad in place. And yeah, we're pretty much getting there with that little bit. So yeah, good.
Right, so after a lot of messing around with oily shite and stuff, which I absolutely hate, the front end is now back together, radiator's back in, the rest of it. Not filled up with water yet. I'm just going to get the wing and things like that on it. But yeah, all my pipe work's back together. I've got to literally get a can of black paint and just quickly dust over the radiator, because I want to make it look really nice, because the front panel does, apart from the fingerprints. Quickly took off the seam sealer on top of there. This wing will be coming back off again. It's just going to be trial fitted on. Take it back off and then messed around with. So let's get this wing on. Headlights, bumper, grille, which is just those bits left there. And yeah, see if we've actually got this thing somewhat back together, I guess.
So yeah, I know what you're all probably thinking. How the hell does he know which bolt goes to what? Well, I've took enough of these apart, I know which one's what, so I could just chuck them on the top of the scuttle panel. I know which one's to which. So after the wing was on, I just messed around with the bonnet a little bit, got it lined up a bit more than what it was. It's all going to come off anyway, so it's got rough guides and the rest of it, so I can sit it roughly in place. And then it's just a case of messing about with the 8mm bolts to hold the headlights in place. So we get them on, slide the indicators in. I've got some clear ones lurking around, so I thought I'd use them. And then we're just putting the bumper guides trim back on, and then mess around with the bumper, slide it in place, and same with the grill.
Been working away a bit on it off the camera and stuff. I didn't want to bore you with putting loads of water in it, running up to temperature and the rest of it. But as you can hear, it just sounds like a lovely old diesel engine. Not getting no pressure whatsoever. So it's been sat here now for about an hour running. Fans kicking in and out without any problem at all. So it is blatantly just a heater matrix that's gone up the shite. So I'll carry on letting it run for a little bit. Then I'll be back in a minute and just show you the whole front end as it's all now back together. It all fits quite well. So yeah, let me just leave this thing to run for a little bit longer. For a few guys it'll be just like that. Right, as I promised, back again. But we're missing the clips on the ends of the little plastic clips going there, which I have ordered, but that fits in absolutely perfectly on that side. Same on the other side. The bumper and everything holds up perfectly in line and everything when you hold it in place there. But we've got perfect lines once I hold the bonnet down. So perfect lines down the side and the rest of it. And the same up that side. A little bit bigger that side, so we just need to move the bonnet over very, very slightly. Nothing major and stuff. But as you can see, front end is all back together, and you would never even bat an eyelid that it had been involved in an accident. So I suppose the next part for me is to get these few bits painted. We've got wing, bumper, grille, that sort of thing, all get painted and stuff. And then basically that's the thing back together. But that's going to be on another episode, because I said on this one I was going to get it so it was all back together and stuff. Accident damage repaired. Well, I say repaired, just waiting to get the paint shop. Waiting to me to take it into the paint booth and do it. But I got other bits to get on with now. I'm going to have to work out wiring. There's got some little gremlins in there, and those 3 little plates of welding, this inside stuff, which is nothing much and the rest of it. And then once done that, change those wheels and get some tyres on it, and it can go for an MOT. So, but as I said, that'll be the next episode. So until that one, guys, hope you're liking this little series of stuff. If you are, please hit that like button. Share it about between all your friends and social media and the rest of it. That really does go and help us out. And by all means, hit that subscribe button. It's totally free for you guys and stuff. And you get to follow along with all of my antics, I suppose. So until the next one, guys, hope you're still staying safe. Peace out.